Jalen, how does Saturday night go? You won the game, but an additional day to assess how you played and how the team played and ramifications and all that.
We're 1-0. I think we're focused on what's in front of us now, playing a good Baylor team. So we're worried about those guys.
What did you learn from last time you played them that you'll be able to apply from this game? And are there things lingering from that game that maybe you say, okay, we need to not worry about that because this is a different week?
I think same applies as far as playing our standard and doing what we do, going out there and playing our type of game, playing our style of football, and just playing ball. I'm trusting in everyone around us, trusting in the coaches, trusting in everybody, and just playing Oklahoma ball.
What does it mean to you here in the last week of the season to still be in contention for a playoff spot?
It's just all of that stuff are kind of things that we can't worry about. We got to worry about winning the day, honestly, dominating the day, dominating tomorrow, getting better every day, and putting ourselves in the best situation as far as going out there Saturday and playing our best ball.
Jalen, you seem really focused, maybe more so than like the average player, but is that hard for you sometimes to block that out? Is that ever difficult?
No, I mean, you see things, and it comes down to what's important and what's not. And what's important is winning Saturday.
What is it about Baylor's defense that kind of gave you guys trouble in that first half?
Now, I think I said it probably before the game. I think they're fast and they play physical to get to the ball. You look at the past few games. I guess the past few games we've played in, maybe in November, you say, I think we've played really dominant all season, especially in November if you eliminate, some of those turnovers. So we gotta do better on that and just play ball. Go do what we do.
What flipped the switch for you guys offensively in that second half? Is it some adjustments that were made? Did you guys just start executing?
Just better execution.
I don't think you had a rematch when you were at Alabama. So it's a sort of a unique deal playing a team you played 3 weeks ago. I know for coaches, I know sort of what they go through. What does a player go through when he's preparing for a team he just played not long ago?
I don't know. It's my first time doing it, so.
Have you done anything different here in the 24 hours you've been looking for Baylor?
Kind of the same steps as far as my initial preparation, but we still got a full week to go, so.
Jalen, your first college game was in this same stadium, AT&T Stadium. Does that place have any special significance for you?
Yeah, I guess my first game, you said it, my first game being there. That's about it. I can't give you some fairy tale emotional story about it or something.
Some players who play there talk about how they got to get used to the big screen, such bigger than any place else. Was that a factor? Did you catch yourself looking up at the screen quite a bit during the game?
3 years ago, I don't think so.
Jalen, how significant is it that you guys have been able to dominate largely by running the ball? You've thrown the ball effectively the last couple of weeks, but most of your yardage and your plays have been running plays, and that you've been able to make it work and get those victories.
What's your question?
The significance of being able to run the ball as much as you have the last couple of weeks and come away with wins. You're running it more than you did earlier in the season and having success. Does that give you some additional confidence as you go forward into this game?
Yeah. Just going out there and executing. Regardless of what's called, regardless what our attack is, we got to execute. We got to play our brand of ball. We got to, got to be as dominant as we can.
What does it say about a graduate transfer like yourself when you see R.J. Proctor kind of bet on himself, go to a different school, and he's really finished in his career strong?
I'm happy for him. We built a great relationship, even in the recruiting process, kind of getting him to come here and meeting his family, his mom, and just spending some time with him. And he's worked really hard to be where he is, so I'm happy for him, and hopefully we can finish strong together.
Jalen, how's it been getting to know Kenneth Murray for you?
Kenneth Murray, you know, I've played with some really good linebackers, plenty of them, really good linebackers, and I see a lot of his style and his approach, kind of. You know, all of them have been different, obviously, but they all have that it factor, and I think he's one heck of a player. Plays with a lot of passion at the position. He's a great leader, a guy that sets the tone, and I love him.
You told Eric just now you got to know RJ a little bit in the recruiting process. Did you know Kenneth at all before you came here?
No, sir, I didn't. Other than the Orange Bowl, kind of meeting up with him in that game, but I didn't. I'm happy I know him now. Happy I can call him my brother.
Was it pretty easy getting to know him once you got here?
I think it was for everybody here, just coming in and being myself, and you know, they accepted me. So me learning everybody around me was great, that process.
I noticed before the game that you and Spencer Rattler were throwing the football around. I don't think you've done that all year. What kind of went into that decision? You going out there and throwing early?
Yeah, I just went out there. I wanted to warm up, get my legs moving a little bit. Kind of was chilly out. Yeah, just wanted to do that.
And then after the game, there was video going around. You took his beanie, and you guys kind of had a funny moment. What's your relationship like with Spencer?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a really good player too. He's a competitor. He's a silly guy. I mean, just a good relationship, me and him. So I think he's going to be really good when his time comes.
Kind of taking him under your wing this year, kind of show him how to prepare and all that stuff.
If that's what you want to say, that's what you want to call it, we can go with it.
Jalen, with the way that y'all have been running the ball recently, the number of chances that some of these receivers haven't been to the level they were before that. How do you keep those guys happy?
You know, it's just about winning, going out there and winning. I want everybody to go crazy and have great games and do all these great things. But in reality, as long as we want to know that week, that's really all that matters. That's all that matters.
Is it easy to keep those guys on that focus when sometimes the balls don't come their way?
I just think it's about the team, doing what's best for the team. And like I said, whatever Coach Riley calls, whoever numbers he calls in the game, or you know, whoever he's trying to get the ball, that's what we go out there and execute. And maybe it's a running back, you know, maybe it's a receiver here and there, maybe, you know, it's me or whatever it is. But regardless, it's about doing what's best for the team and winning.
Jalen, you've played in plenty of big games like this before. Is there something about this big stage that maybe as a player just really gets you excited?
I just want to win.
Jalen, what did you learn from watching the first half of the Baylor game?
Sorry?
What did you learn from watching the first half of the Baylor game?
The importance of execution. Not really something I learned, something I knew. Just something that we had lack of. So we just got to execute. I think the story of the whole entire season has been how well can we go out there and do our jobs with the right focus and intensity, you know, just going out there and doing it.
You get to take any finals?
Yes, I do.
Is that tough this kind of time of the year to kind of manage studying and getting ready for finals and focus on football?
It ain't my first time taking finals around this time, so we'll get it done.
Is it different at Alabama in terms of like finals and like when you take them?
Well, I think the season is a week later this year, so maybe a little different from that standpoint, but.
You're back to an 11 a.m. game. You had a bunch early, now then a run of night games. As a player, which do you prefer?
Yeah, I think we kind of got to a groove where we were waking up early and kind of got used to those games, and then the entire month of November we kind of played at night. But you regardless of what the time is, what the weather is, whatever, we got to be ready to play. So we're going to prepare this week and be ready.